Hey guys, welcome back to Tamiya Legends, and once again, thank you for stopping by. So in today's video, I'm just going to show you the new arrivals and things that have arrived while I was in the moving process. So straight away, obviously we've got the three kits. Massive thank you and shout out to Berry at Maple Models. I pre-ordered all three of these a long time ago when Tamiya announced them. And unfortunately, due to still COVID restrictions over the pond, they had to come on a boat, so it took even longer. So the TD2 arrived first, and then the Thundershot and the Mercedes C11 arrived together. But yeah, this is the first time I'm showing them, and these are going to get built reasonably quickly. In fact, the TD2 is the next build on the channel. But what I'll do now is I'll bring the camera over and we'll just show you very quickly the kits and more so the hop-ups on my plan for the TD2, because I'm really looking forward to this one. Right then, so the first one I have to start with is the Thundershot. I'm going to reminisce very slightly, so I apologise because I know you regulars have heard this all before, but this is such a special kit. You may know, or you may be thinking, but you've got an original in your collection. I haven't, I sold it. I overspent massively on my DB02 Leonis project, and I really, I ballsed up financially. And a good friend of mine buys, or used to buy, a lot of the cars, and I just offered it to him because I knew he wanted it, and it was sad to see it go, but it got me out of a financial hole. So when this was brought out again, and obviously they're calling it the Thundershot 2022, I was over the moon because I'm, as I said loads of times, original really doesn't bother me. I'm not a purist in that sense. And daft as it sounds, it's for the box. I was just so super excited to get a pristine Thundershot box, because this was the very first Tamiya RC, or the very first RC car I built from scratch. And I've told the story many times, but on my birthday, it was birthday or Christmas, I can never remember, in 88 I believe it was, could have even been 87, not sure. My dad took me to Watley Model Sport on the bus, and obviously I bought the kit, and I had this on my knee on the way back. And it was just, and then locked myself in the bedroom for 2 days building it and painting it, and it was just such a cool car. It's one of my all-time favourites. I even went on to race it for a couple of seasons at local off-road grass track. Got a few trophies with it. Just awesome. I've just got so many memories, and it's such a nostalgic kit for me. So anyway, yeah, gonna get this built. So this is, as I say, the 2022. I think this is the third, apart from the original. I think it came out, I can't remember what year, but as a re, and I think it came out twice over the years. And then the kit's kind of dried up, and then luckily Tamiya have done it again. This time though, it comes with a pre-cut and pre-painted body. Which is awesome for me, because this would 100% always be boxed out. And it even comes up with what back in the day was the optional hop-up a wing. So that's cool. Let me just, so you can see there, that's what it comes with. Let me just take the lid off. Great viewing. Oh my goodness me. Right, let's pop that up so you can see it. So yeah, oh shit, nothing too much to see there, but yeah, it's kind of thrown in a little bit. But there's your pre-cut and pre-painted body, and that's awesome because that saves a lot of work for me. And the hop-up wing painted as well. That should have blue on it, but we've done that with decals. I was never a massive fan of the hop-up wing, I've got to be honest, but I will be decaling the wing up and fitting it. I believe it's got a completely different wing mount to the original, which is cool. I believe the re came out with the wing as well. Correct me if I'm wrong. So yeah, big shout out to Keith, who you now know as RC Icons. He's sending me some hop-ups for this, which is kind of cool. So he's sending me an original set of decals, which is cool. From memory, I can't remember if there's many changes from original to re-re, but anyway, so I'm getting an original set of decals. He's also got me a full set front and back of universal joints for it, which is awesome. And the rear sway bar. I'm saying rear, I always get this wrong. Yes, so the kit comes with front. And one of the hop-ups that came on the Terra Scorcher was the hop-up rear sway bar. So he's got all that, so that's coming to me soon. So when we do build it, it's going to be pretty tricky, and again with the wing on and that. But yeah, super looking forward to this one. Right, next up we have a 1990 Mercedes-Benz C11 Group C car. That's the important bit why I bought it. As you may or may not know, I'm trying to have one of each chassis in my collection, and this will be the first ever C11, bloody hell, Group C Tamiya chassis that I've ever had, or indeed ever seen in the flesh, which makes it mega cool, and it's such a gorgeous looking car as well. Now, this is something I wouldn't have another one of. I wouldn't buy, now I've got this, I won't go out and buy one. It was always one or two cars for me when I was looking at getting them, which was the Merc, and I always get this wrong, the Nissan, you know, the red, blue and white one. That's the only two I'd have. The Jaguar, and I think there's one or two others. They just don't really do it for me. It was a Merc or a Nissan. Anyway, as you may or may not know, Tamiya brought this out again. So there was the original back in the day. Then they brought it out as a re-re. Now the again, correct me if I'm wrong, but the re-re had a pre-painted body. This version, the re-re of the re-re, is unpainted and uncut, so you've got to do it all yourself, which is cool. Obviously 100% box art. So with the lid off, again, not much to say. The Group C chassis is very basic. Got foam tyres, two-wheel drive, obviously rear-wheel drive. I think it's a lot about the detailing, although they do handle really well on the correct surface. You get plenty of grip for most foams on a nice smooth surface. Whether I'll run this one or not, no idea. But yeah, it's huge. It's so long, the shell, and then you've got the added wing at the back when it's built. So yeah, this will be getting built. No, this is not on a to-do list at all, but when I do get round to it, I'm going to be really enjoying this one. And last, but by certainly no means least, the Tamiya TD2, which they've called the Astute 2022. I never call it that, it's just a TD2. I don't call the TD4 Super Avanti the Super Avanti, it's just the TD4. Anyhow, as you may or may not seen, I built the TD4 on the channel and we ran it. I did a lot with the body to try and make it look, to improve it, and I think I did. Anyway, it's one of the best cars I've driven from Tamiya, with the TD4. I put it up there with the sort of handling of the DB01 Derga, if I'm honest. I thought it was awesome. Now, I didn't do enough with that car. I kind of ran it. I think I only put 2 batteries through it, and then I took the electrics out of it. I think winter came, and then it went on the shelf, and I kind of kicked myself. I wish I'd have done more. So, what's so cool and special for me about this kit? This is going to be my two-wheel drive runner. So, yeah, I've seen my good friend Martin's got one. I've seen a few YouTube channels driving it, and they all really like it. Martin's racing it, and it's got its problems, but he's getting through them one by one. So yeah, I have big plans for this. So yeah, let's whiz the lid off. Right, again, presentation wise, nothing to write home about. Now, as I said, going to make a lot of changes to this. So I'll just go through the hop-ups I've got for it very quickly, and I've kind of done them in order of what I deem is kind of important. So the first one we have is the, well, they call it a TD4 slipper clutch, but it's obviously the same for the, what do you call it, TD2. That's a part number should you be interested. I fitted a slipper on the TD4, but you do need, I believe it's a 48 DP pinion. If you use a slipper, because the kit comes with the other size. Next up is again they're calling it TD4, but that's the universal drive shafts. They're a must for me, to be honest. That's the part number, should you be interested. And then for the diff, I've got the alloy locking nut. Now, ideally, I would have liked to go to gear diff on this, but I just couldn't afford to buy the gear diff. So with this a nut, it allows me to tighten it really hard up and obviously then use a slipper clutch instead. The diffs on the TD4 were awesome, and all I'd done was had these nuts on. Next up, I don't know how important this is actually. This is the stabiliser set, sway bars front and back for it. Again, it's called for the TD4, but it goes on both cars. How important that is, I don't know. It depends what surface I'll be running on. But as I said, in the future, I'm going to do a lot of content with this car. So they may be coming off, or the front might be coming off, I don't know. Next up, I've got the aluminium servo stairs. Now, this was a little bit of a problem on the TD4 because the servo did have a lot of movement. So I did fit these to my TD4. That's the part number. But it probably got rid of half the issue, but a lot of the flex was coming from the chassis itself. Now, I've got to be straight off honest with you. I don't even know if the TD2 is the same fitting for the steering servo as the TD4. I've just taken a flyer, but it is, because the whole front end's a completely different layout. And then these were left over from the hop-ups that Keith sent me for TD4, so I've got the 2 front rocker arms, which is cool. Not an important hop-up at all, but looks quite blingy. And then I'm going with the TTO2B DFO3 aluminium damper set. I like these. I will be painting or using white springs on it. I don't know if there's a part number here. So there you go, if you can see that. These are cool. I've got a set of variation small bores, which I was thinking about, but I think we'll go with these because I put these on my TTO2B, and they've worked really well. And this is actually the hop-up shocks that Tamiya recommend for this TD2, which is cool. And then finally, I've just got a turnbuckle set. Now, these are not specific, you know the word, to the TD4 or TD2, but again, we fitted these ones same length as these on the TD4, so I'm just hoping and assuming the same set will cover the TD2. Nice little bit of bling. It's not really an upgrade as such. Right, what else is that show you? So, I am not a massive fan of this body shell, if I'm honest. It's okay. It's okay, but it's got some lumps and bumps on it that I'm not a massive fan of. Now, the biggest difference from the TD2 from the TD4 is the TD4, with it being 4-wheel drive, the battery runs down the length of the chassis, whereas with this being 2-wheel drive, the battery runs across the back of the chassis. Now, that's why this body shell has these ridges on where the TD4 sort of wraps around and it's narrower. This is wider to incorporate the 2 battery ends that bolt onto the chassis. Now I'm hoping, in fact, there's a better picture of the chassis, and this is the bits that come out either side for your battery. Now I'm hoping to, because in the kit you get both styles, so I'm hoping not to use those and just to put the end blanking plates on both sides of the chassis like the TD4, and then I want to run a shorty battery across it. And the reason I want to do that is because, and I can't show you this at the moment because I haven't found it yet since we moved. Massive thank you and shout out to Owen from Revive RC. He's done a TD4 body set and I really like it. I'll put a quick picture up of the TD4 body. Now I want to fit the TD4 Revive RC body to this TD2 chassis. Don't know if it can be done, so that'll be a suck it and see as we get into the build, but I'm pretty sure it will be. The back end's basically the same. Obviously the new shell's narrower, hence why I'm going to use a shorty, or hope I can use a shorty. And there may be some little bits of different cutting on the front end with the Revive RC. I don't know until we get into it. So yeah, I've got that. I've also, exactly the same as I did for my TD4, the kit wings on the TD4 and TD2, in my opinion, too small. It needs the buggy racing wing. I'll give you the part number. If you don't know this wing, it's basically what comes on all the TRF buggies. Nice big racing wing. and I've got a little fancy side angle cuts that I do, which I just love. So that'll be on with Owen's body. And he's also sent me, which again I haven't got to show you, but he's also sent me the, I can't remember what car it's for. He did a standalone wing. I think it might be for the Top Force. Anyway, he sent me 2 spares, and I ended up cutting one and putting a front wing on my TD4 across here, which I thought looked really cool. So I want to, because obviously this will be going at the side of a TD4 in the collection at some point, so I want to cut the same wing again and put a front wing on it as well. I think that's going to look mighty cool. So that's it for the initial build. That'll all get done, and then after that, well, I should have dug the decals out, but I don't even know where they are. So my Revive RC body set is going to be all black, wing and body. It's going to have a little bit of neon yellow here, and then I've had a full set of TRF decals from MCI done in neon yellow, and it's going to be such a simple livery, jet black car, a little bit of neon, and then the TRF decals, neon yellow, and I think it's going to look pretty badass myself. And then after I've done that, I have bought a second set of wheels for this car, because it obviously comes with black wheels. So I bought the set. The rear Stardust are just the standard ones, but Tamiya, when they brought this kit out, they did do the Stardust for the TD2. And what's different is the TD2 comes with 12mm hexes. So the wheels need to be hex. And I think the narrower, I think they're called two-wheel drive hub wheels for a reason. And why I bring that to you is, I think if you just bought like a full set of Top Force, what car did the white ones come on? Bloody hell, Gren, your brain's not working. What car came with these wheels? God, that's shocking. I think the TT2B dual racer or whatever, I think that had them. Anyway, point being, I think if you bought a full set of those wheels, I'm not too sure the fronts fit the same. So Tamiya actually made this set. Again, no idea why. And on order at the set right now, I have the neon yellow Reet dye, which coming from the US. That'll probably arrive today or tomorrow. So the plan is, I want to cook these wheels and try do them neon yellow, which will match. Hopefully it'll be a close enough match with the decals. So the car's just going to be black and neon yellow. Anyway, that's the plan. How that'll go or not, I've no idea. So yeah, that's coming very soon. And finally, I've got something mega cool to show you. I'll be doing a separate video on this. But this is a custom-made carbon chassis set for the Thundershot family, which is super cool. So obviously you can use it on any of those cars within that family. This is going on my Terra Scorcher, which is pretty trick already, to be honest. Now, as I say, I won't go into a great deal of detail about this because I don't know a great deal about it. I'll just put a couple of pictures up now of how the chassis will look when it's finished. As you can see, it looks completely badass. I'll give all the details out when I do the proper video, because I don't know if these are available again or if it was a one-off. So yeah, it's not a straightforward fit. You have to have certain parts. So I had to buy 2 sets of these, which is the aluminium servo stairs, because the design, they've used 4 of these to actually hold the chassis together. Now, I've also taken a flyer and I've ordered, well, I've got 2 of them, but this is obviously the Jazz Rider, and this is a T802 prop shaft and cups, which I'm really hoping to put in mine, because you have to use a different length prop shaft. My Terra Scorcher already has alloy prop shaft in it, but it's the TT2B with the hot shot cups. So to use this chassis, it differs. So I'm hoping I can fit that. I bought a second one because that's going to be going in a very trick Porsche T802 future build. So yeah, this is going to be really exciting when I start to put this together. Now there's certain size spaces you need to put together. So that's the next thing I'll look at, because I don't really know what I'm doing, but I want to make sure I've got all the bits before we attempt this. It came in 3 different versions, and I went for the Pro version, which was basically the shorty pack. I think it's got a much lower centre of gravity, but again, it's going to be fun running this when it's finished. yeah, I think this is going to be good content. Anyway, so that's pretty much it. Just wanted to show you what's arrived. 3 really cool kits for different reasons. Anyway, as I say, TD2 getting built next. I've got another car to build on the other channel, RC Legends, if you haven't checked that channel out. That's what I'm going to start on after this video, and then once that car's built, I'm going to jump onto the TD2. So I've got 2 full builds planned for this week, which is quite a lot, to be honest. But anyway, yeah, looking forward to it. So yeah, just a quick question for everyone who's managed to watch to the end. How's the lighting? Does it look okay? This is only the second video I've made in here. The first one was a move video, and I felt that the lighting on the intro, and then I did the outro over there, it wasn't great. So I've set one of the studio lights up on the little, obviously I've not got the benefit of watching this on the big screen yet, but on the camera screen it looks better. But yeah, leave in the comments what you think. I was thinking of, like, this is a cool white I'm using now, which is the same as the LED panels, but I thought it made the box art just didn't look good. So I might, if it's not good on big screen, I might change it to a warm light setting, which will enhance the colours. Anyway, I don't know why I'm telling you that, because you're not interested in any of that rubbish, are you? So yeah, sorry if this video was a bit nervy. It felt nervy making it, because I've not done one for, oh my goodness, I don't know, I think we're about 12 weeks now since I did anything RC, including videos. So it's like I'm got stage fright. Anyhow, I've probably missed loads, but you get the idea, my friends. So yeah, as always, thank you so much for watching. It honestly is massively appreciated. If you haven't subscribed, please do. Leave a comment what you thought to the video. Leave a thumbs up. Leave a thumbs down if you think I'm a dick. It's cool. And turn those notifications on as well. That'd be awesome. And as always, my friends, happy RCing.